Hello. We're here. How are we all? Oh, God. I finally more or less got my voice back. Still got a bit of a cough going on, but it's been a bit of a rough couple of weeks. But we're back. That's the main thing. And I believe last time out we did the pay-per-view and then we set up for the new month. Oh, hello. That's the wrong screen. So we've got 3 rivalries for Monday Night Mayhem. We've got Christian New York versus Starboy for the World Heavyweight Championship. We've got Bam Bam Boombox versus El Gimpo. And we have... Oh, I've forgotten everyone's names now. General Shere Khan? Where am I? Yeah, General Shere Khan versus Hulk Hogan at home. Then on to Thursdays, we have the Intercontinental Championship feud with Yamazaki Sho up against the current champion Ben Hamrock. White Tiger's going to be feuding with Craven, and the women's champion Paddy O'Dore will be feuding with Ophelia Payne. And then on the new show on Saturdays, we've got Howard Winterguard feuding with Jax. We've got Big Mac feuding with Bruiser Lee. And we have got Abdullah Poundcake versus Quicksilver. There we go. I just about remembered everyone's names yet. It's a bit early yet, Carpet. I mean, yeah, I was very disappointed we didn't win that game. But in fairness, he's had one training session with the majority of the squad. So I'll let him off. I'll let him off. So the new schedule is looking like this. So we've got a pay-per-view every 2 weeks. So a main pay-per-view at the end of the month. This one, I believe, is like Toxic Shock or something, isn't it? I think I made it just because we had some cool-looking stuff that would make an arena for it. And then the middle one is going to be Wrestle War, which is going to be a War Games-based pay-per-view, I think. War Games, maybe even a Elimination Chamber will be pretty cool as well. I'm not quite sure for what. Maybe just ranking points at this point. But we'll see how it goes. Right. So I think we're also going to have the Men's YouTube Championship based on Monday Night Mayhem. The Women's based on Thursdays. Then maybe the Hardcore Championship can be based on Saturday as well. Yeah, Poundcake is not... It suits him, though. Abdullah Poundcake does definitely suit him. Right, let's have a look and see what the game has decided would be a good option for Monday. So, what did I say for Monday was again? Let's write the feuds down so I don't get mixed up. So, we've got New York versus Starboy. We've got Bam Bam versus Gimpo. And we have got General Shere Khan versus Hulk Hogan at home. Triple H. So let's see what the game has decided will be a fun set of matches to start things off today then. We've got a triple threat there. Maybe won't go for that. That's a bizarre one. I don't quite know. Just basic. Okay. So the main event could probably stay, as much as I don't really want to have these two face each other constantly. I think it would be an interesting one to have them face each other. We did actually have some matches lined up for this show, didn't we? If I go on to upcoming matches, there we go. Okay. So YouTube Championship match. Oh, we did. We have a triple threat YouTube Championship match, don't we? Which you'll love, Carpet. It is all about the luchas. El Carnero versus Dragon Verde versus Hunapu. Now, the reason behind this was that we... So at the pay-per-view, Hunapu won a match. I think it was a fatal 4-way elimination match, I think it was. However, it was Dragon Verde that pinned and eliminated El Carnero, but then Hunapu won the match. Therefore, we said we would do a triple threat today for the YouTube Championship. So let's get that one in the books. Okie dokes, that's the two main events lined up. We'll keep this one as well because this is part of the feud. And this is part of the feud as well. I'm unsure about this one. This is apparently going to be a feud match, but it doesn't really make a ton of sense to me to have Spike Jizz and Howard Winterguard teaming up. What is the rivalry... Oh, I'm on the wrong screen again. What is the rivalry action? Okay. So this is a tag team feud then, is it? It is, okay. So this is not even the feud we're looking at. That's just fine, because that feud takes place on Carnage. Okay, that's fine. So I do think what we should do over here is we will have a... We'll have a tag team match. We'll get rid of you, though, because we want to have Dean... Put the proper tag team together. Dean and Brett. They're going to go against Blade... and Chaos. There we go, okay. Because these teams are going to be colliding at Wrestle War, aren't they? We're going to have Starboy with Anderson, Blanchard, and Drew Strawman up against Blade, Chaos, Cerberus, and Kristen New York inside the War Games match. So it makes sense to have these two guys go at it as well. Plus, we need to start building the tag team division up a little bit because they've not had the best of times, have they, really? Start things off, I think it is good to have a women's match. We haven't had many of those recently, so let's have a look and see at the women's roster, see what's knocking about. We do have a couple of debutantes that I created last time out. Ugh, I've got a bit of a cough here. But I think a triple threat, again, is a good way to go because we do have... Actually, let's not do a triple threat. Let's do a fatal 4-way elimination because we have a lot of women. We need to try and get them in some action. I'll get there eventually. I'll get there eventually, I promise. Custom matches. Fatal 4-way elimination. Hardcore matches. The only one I've got then, that's fine. We'll let them get some weapons. We'll take the women's champion out. Let's take all of these out, actually. Let's go with... Lata Beja's only ever had one match so far. I feel like it would be a good one for Crimson Sun. Who else would suit this style, I think, of hardcore style matches? Maybe Diana Dazzler. And then one of the debutantes will have Banshee, maybe. There we go. And that then gives us a full set of matches. Am I going to be... Oh, where's the actual match history? Am I going to write all this down? I think I am, aren't I? So give me 1 second. I'm just going to write these matches down. Because we are doing a new spreadsheet. So, I mean, I could probably do this afterwards, to be honest. But Lata Beja versus Crimson Sun versus Diana Dazzler versus Banshee. 4-way elimination. Okay. That's fine. That'll do us for now. I could do the rest as we go. Okay. Let's get into it then. So save the card. Start the show. We are underway. Start things off with a women's fatal 4-way elimination match. This is on Mayhem. So this is month 3, week 1. Nothing special in this match. Okay. Tag team, we've got... So I'm just writing the card down as we go along, just so I don't forget what's going on. I have already forgotten, though, to be honest. Blade. Oh, I'm on the wrong screen. Blade and Chaos versus Dean Blanchard and Brett. Is it Brett Anderson? I don't remember, to be honest. It is, yeah. Dean Blanchard and Brett Anderson. It's Dean Malenko and Tony Blanchard and Bret Hart and Arn Anderson. Mixed up, that's what it is. God, this is loud in my freaking ears, I tell you. It's well loud in my ears. Turn that bad boy down. So here's Lata Beja. So they have one match so far, and that was a tag team match. So this is her first opportunity and singles action to show what she can do. Oh my god, the noise. Herbie Hive. How are we all today then? We all good? Here comes Crimson Sun. So Lata Beja has had one match so far, which is a tag match. She won it, so she's currently 1 win from 1. Crimson Sun is up in 5th in the rankings. 6 matches plus 1 overall, so not actually great, to be honest. Banshee, of course, making her debut. And Diana Dazzler, 3 matches, 2 losses, 1 win. So -1 overall for her. I do apologise, I'm still coughing so much. We'll see how far I can go before I struggle. Oh, looks like I skipped Diana Dazzler's entrance there. Hey-ho. I don't know if have I done entrances out of these? I don't know if I have or not. I have, okay. How did West Ham get on? I can't remember. I didn't watch it yesterday, I don't think. I can't remember how they got on. I'm assuming not very well based on what you've just said, but... and they play tomorrow, don't they? Their Monday night game. Yeah. I wonder why I don't remember how they got on. Yeah, Liverpool was so bloody lucky earlier on. I can't believe it. They were literally handed all 3 goals. It's crazy, really. Yeah, good old Newcastle, wouldn't you? Right, so big opportunity here for someone to really level themselves up. I do need to do some stat changes still, I've just realised. I've got some marked up I haven't done yet. I also need to create some people. We need to create another Viking to team with Harold Winterguard. What else do we need to do? We did bring quite a few people in last time as well. We created the Wolf Pack last time, which is a bunch of dogs. And we created some new people for the herd. And we also created a... Abdullah Poundcake, who has not wrestled yet. We've seen him already. And Masaki Morishita as well, who hasn't wrestled yet. So maybe we'll get a chance to look at those a little bit later on. They've all been losing. Wet sack. Good old wet sack. Yeah, it's yeah, it's been a rough couple of weeks. Football-wise, it's not been great. I mean, Hensford have been doing interesting this season. They're so strong, but they're just struggled. They've just sacked the manager and brought a new one in. On the outside now, Crimson looking for the powerbomb. They went for a Hurricane. She put it back and all powerbomb into the ring steps. Banshee working over Dazzler. Face first by Banshee. Crimson Sun into the DDT. Yeah, I saw that earlier Steve Cooper got sacked. It came out of nowhere for me. I mean, in fairness, I think Leicester were bound to be pretty low down this season anyway. I don't know what they're really expecting, to be honest, but... I mean, their squad's not that great, is it? Where are they in the league? I'll have a quick look now. They are... I'm assuming in the bottom three. They're not even in the bottom three, they're 16th. Which really, I think, is probably quite good, to be honest. There must be a reason behind that leaving, then, to be honest. That's quite surprising, then, really. They're not in the relegation zone, so yeah, that is perplexed me somewhat. Oh, I forgot to bloody record the stream. Oh, bugger, okay. It's fine, I'll have to download it. So I haven't even uploaded the first set of these yet, to be honest. Yeah, I said, yeah, they were out of the relegation zone. I'm surprised. They must have had it pre-planned, maybe, I don't know. Got that guitar straight across the chest of Banshee. That could be the first elimination. No, only a 1 count. Yeah, I'm surprised by that. I mean, I've managed to record my first 2 episodes of the Man United FIFA career mode. I'm going to do the Youth Academy one at the same time, I think. So hopefully, this week, you should actually get some episodes, if you're interested. I have redone it several times, I must admit, but this is the last one now, I'm pretty sure. Got to stick with it. I'm glad that Man United are playing a random Norwegian team midweek, though. That'd be nice. Should be an easy win there. I think there's a lot of... I mean, I feel bad for Ten Hag because there is obviously some massive issues with the squad. There's some players that are just not good enough. They're not good enough at all, so... yeah. Hopefully, we will see some improvement moving forward. Can't get much worse, I suppose, can it? Crimson Sun now with a pin on Dazzler. Still only a 2 count. Oh god, my chest is killing me. Yeah, I've done no real recording in weeks, to be honest. Oh, that looked a bit rough. She dived. I think she caught her own head on the ring steps. This Crimson Sun went for some sort of gorilla press, but rolled through by Lata Beja. Crimson Sun now stacks her up. Diana Dazzler just absolutely destroyed Banshee here. This should be an elimination. If the referee can get there in time, he doesn't. He's too bloody slow. Oh, Crimson Sun. So annoyed that she just decks the referee with a chair in the back of the head. Look at these clubbing blows into the spine. Got a big kick into the face. Not an elimination still, though. Crazy. Dazzler went for a dive, completely missed. Lata Beja with a kendo stick, went for the swing, missed it as well. That light tube straight across the spine. Dazzler taking her up. Dropped her down. That's got to be the first elimination. How is that not an elimination? Madness. Another pinfall attempt here. Can't see who it is, but only a 2 count still. Nice slam in the face first onto the knee. Pin again here by Latabeja. Still no eliminations. I didn't watch Full Gear last night. I started watching it and I just got so tired I couldn't do it. Work's been so brutal the last couple of weeks, I tell you. So I didn't get through. Full Gear at all. So I've got to watch the whole thing again, I think. So the problem is I got to watch it again, but I now know more or less all of the results. It's just a case of enjoying it, I suppose, for what it is. Yeah, this game does not want this match to end ever. Again, another light tube here. No, Banshee stole it. Up and down with a Falcon Arrow on the outside. And there we go, first elimination. Banshee eliminating Diana Dazzler. Diana Dazzler is... My mouse is really slow today. Eliminated, and Banshee gets the elimination. So did you know who Big Justice was before this whole thing kicked off? Because I had no idea who the Costco guys were. Or Big Justice or the Rizzler. I had no idea who any of these people were. I thought it was just an American thing. Did you know who they were? Crimson Sun guitar across the face. Nice roll through. I've never heard of them, to be honest. I mean, I'd be surprised if they don't use more of them, considering how much engagement they got. The Rizzler is top 5 humans. Yeah, I'd never heard of them, but I'd be surprised they don't get used again, because I really thought it wasn't going to go down well. It's one of those sort of celebrity things that people find stupid and this, that, and the other, but I must admit, it went pretty well, and the crowd really enjoyed it, and looking at the actual, the interactions they got online, I'll be very surprised if you don't see more of them. And they were smart to put it on the pre-show rather than trying to make a big thing out of it. That's a smart thing to do. Instead of trying to Logan Paul it and make them a main event and this, that, and the other. I think it was a clever idea, but we'll have to see, I suppose. Another elimination finally is Crimson Sun, who gets the elimination over Latabeja, who picks up her first loss in the universe. Patty O'Donnell is the only woman not to lose a match so far. Yeah, I thought a Rizzler was the type of cigarette paper. Crimson Sun's got a good chance here to elevate herself up. She is already +2. A win here will put her up to 3rd in the rankings, only behind Patio Door and Ashley Creed. I mean, what is the Rizzler even? Is it like... Is the Rizzler part of the same thing? Oh, is this where the phrase Riz comes from? Or did he use the phrase? I don't have no idea, to be honest. I have no idea. Banshee now. Big knee strike into the face. That could be enough to get the win. Stacks on top. Gets the win. What a debut. What a debut that is for Banshee. Coming in, getting her first win with 2 of the eliminations. Instantly moves up to 3rd in the ranking system. Not a bad debut. So the Rizzler was named after Riz, not back to front. Okay, that makes it slightly better. It's just mad, isn't it? Yeah. God, if you can get famous off just being a fat kid, then half of the UK should be famous at this point. The entirety of America should be famous. Right, General Shere Khan going 1-on-1 against Hulk Hogan at home. This is a feud. Both these guys are pretty low down in the singles ranking, so we do expect General Shere Khan to get higher up, and this feud might just help him do so at the expense of Mr. Hulk Hogan at home. That is the plan. Ooh. Okay. Hello, Cat. How are you? Have you come to stand on desk? Probably should have brought the 2 guys out as his managers to be... Oh, don't tell me the fucking game's crashed. I think it has, you know. No, we're fine. Okay. It felt like it was going to crash then. Got famous from doing the Riz face, which is just the same thing he kept doing. Okay, yeah. I mean, I've done weird face like that with women before, and I get restraining orders, not numbers. As you can hear, General Shere Khan, not the most liked of men in the world. Da 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 da. When it comes crashing down, but Hulk Hogan's at home. Da 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 da. Yeah, I've heard of Riz, but I just wasn't sure whether it was just like come off the back of the Riz. Well, coming off the back of the Riz is a dodgy phrase, isn't it? Really, but it was a little bit awkward how he just ended up holding hands with Big Show for some reason. Oh, that's some good head scratches, isn't it, Cat? Some really good head scratches. Yeah, it's a weird, yeah. It went over really well, so yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see him again. Yeah, they had a massive amount of interaction as well online. And obviously, I think they said that they did a really good job of actually building it themselves as well. Oh. Audio's cutting out. It looks okay. Let me listen. I can hear myself on the stream okay. Seems okay on this side. Let me know if it continues on or if it's just a little... We did have a little bit of a lag a minute ago, a lag spike, not long ago, so hopefully this is going to clear it off. Come on, get back in the ring. There we go. Hulk Hogan up on the top. If he can get a win here against... Oh, lovely power slam. Look at that slap. Shere Khan needs this win desperately. I say he's had a rough few weeks since the whole thing began, to be honest. There you are, mate. What are you doing here? I thought you were playing Valheim. I enjoyed Valheim. Problem is, I tried to play Valheim again recently, and it's just, once you've done it once, it's just so bloody slow to get going again. It's such a slow game. I always like to start from scratch. I mean, I know you can bring up all your stuff and go for it, can't you? But I like to start from scratch. It just takes a long time. Especially if you're playing solo. Are you playing solo or are you playing as a team? Okay. Oh, he's got a chokeslam, has he? Okay. Maybe not. Yeah, I started playing Baldur's Gate for the first time last week with someone who's already completed the game. It's been pretty good so far. It'd be interesting to... I'm going to play it myself at some point, probably record it. So that'd be quite interesting to see how I get on my own, because this guy's sort of leading me through the whole thing and I'm just sort of like tagging along. But left to my own devices, I think it'd be a little bit different. There's the atomic leg drop. This should be the pinfall. There's no way Hogan gets the win here, is there? Surely. Oh. There's not. Okay. Thank God for that. Big elbow. Take that down to there. Okay, we're good. We're good. So yeah, it's the beginning of a brand new feud, this one then, so hopefully we'll get some decent stuff out of this. The whole point is to try and boost General Shere Khan up the rankings a little bit, really. Because I feel like he probably should be an upper mid-card guy. But it's not really got his way so far, has it? He's had a lot of bad matches. I think he's actually minus... Where is he? He is minus 4. 4 matches, 4 losses. General Shere Khan has never won a match. Never. Slides back in the ring. He needs a bit of a boost, doesn't he? This could be his first ever victory. Over the big boot, he misses. We're going to have a little bit of a battle here. Middle of the ring. Referee is very nicely standing right in the way so we can't see it properly. La 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 la. Nobody's going to come out on top of this then. Shere Khan now dropping Hogan gut first across the top rope. Choke slam, the pin. First victory ever. It is the first victory ever for General Shere Khan. He needed that bad boy, didn't he? Hulk Hogan at home loses. Drops down to -6. Hogan wants a handshake. Shere Khan's having none of it. That's a big size difference, isn't there? Bit embarrassing there for Hulk Hogan at home. Slapped out of the way, but there it is. Match history. This one. So it was a win for General Shere Khan by pinfall. There we go. Excellent. Excelente. Now we have the tag team match. I'd love to speed these matches up a little bit, but I don't know how to on this year's game. You used to speed up momentum and stuff like that, didn't you? But there we go. So that goes there like that. Okay. Right, so both these tag teams are not great. Blade and Chaos, 2 matches, 2 losses for them. The Consolation, Brett Anderson and Dean Blanchard, 1 match, 1 loss. So both of these teams have never won a tag team match ever. Yeah. It was good to see a result we actually wanted for a change. It's going to be an ongoing feud. So there's going to be quite a few of those, I think, and hopefully Shere Khan can use this to level himself up. This is his first victory in 5 matches, so he's got a long way to go before he gets to where he needs to be, I suppose, but he's still 45th in the rankings out of 48. Only ahead of Purple Lightning, Triple H, and Stone Age Rage. I mean, I don't know who I want to see. I mean, I quite like the Consolation. I would like to see them do well. But it doesn't really matter. I mean, both these teams need a win, don't they, really? So both of them are pretty desperate for a win. And of course, this is going to be building up towards our big War Games match. Do we have a 6? We have a 6-man. 6-man /8. 6/8-man tag wins. Okay. Can't remember to put an extra column in, so that's fine. It is what it is. So here comes the tag team from Underworld. Blade is the big one. I think Chaos is the small. I can't remember now, to be honest. And here at the Consolation. Brett Anderson with the darker hair. Dean Blanchard with the light hair. It is going to be a tornado match. La 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 la. We head into here and into here. There we go. Wow. We're doing crap so far. We're 45 minutes in, we've had 12 views. That's not good at all, is it? That's a rough old day on this streamer front. Well, that looks nice. I think I might dinner what I'm going to do for dinner tonight, you know. Yeah, they're definitely going to get these guys back on. I'm looking on Twitter now, and there's some mad amount of stuff. So many interactions, so many like bigger news stations talking about their appearance. So I'm assuming the guy's not that young now, though, is he? I mean, apparently he was a wrestler for a very long time in the independent scene. So I'm assuming he's probably in his 50s now, I'd imagine. He's 48. Okay. We haven't seen Muhammad for ages, have we? That's my fault, because I haven't done it in about 2 or 3 weeks, so we need to build it back up again. But I say work's been mad recently. We've got a massive project on, and the people that's supposed to be helping are not able to help anymore, so I've had to do the whole thing myself. And it has been absolutely brutal. I'm basically moving my storeroom from one side of the factory to the other, so it's I've got about 10,000 different product lines to move. It's a good 400-500 meters difference where they're going to, so I've got to lift them all off the current racking, carry them across site, dismantle the racking, rebuild the racking in the new storeroom, and I'm doing the whole thing on my own. It's brutal. Absolutely knackered I am now. I mean, I've had a couple of days off and I'm still absolutely falling apart. So hopefully we'll speak. I mean, I got some, well, I need to do some upgrades on this as well, don't I? We've still got quite a few matches coming up. I don't know, we'll see how we get on, whether we do an extra show or not, because at the moment I must admit my chest is killing me. If we're still doing crap, we might not do any more, I don't know. We'll see how we get on. I don't know, to be honest, nobody wants to pay for new people to help, that's the problem. They had a quote to do the job, it was like 48 grand. So they've ended up just getting me to do it on my own instead. Don't get me wrong, once it's done, it's going to be a really big... It's going to be a massive improvement to my life, because it means that my office is now going to be inside the storeroom rather than being on the opposite side of the factory, so... It's going to be a massive boost to me once it's done. It's just getting it done is the problem. It's just a hell of a lot of work. But yeah, once it's done, it's going to be great. We'll get to the end of Mayhem. We'll see how we feel. Yeah, it's actually the worst thing as well. I've been doing all this project while having what I'm sure was COVID. I mean, I lost all sense of taste. I've been coughing. I've struggled to breathe and that sort of stuff, and no energy. But I was failing every COVID test, but it felt like COVID to me. But I got through the worst of it now. It's just, I think we're over halfway through the project as well. So by Christmas, it should be done. And yeah, it's going to be a much improvement of my life, I think. So much easier to get stuff done. A spine buster there by Anderson. Straight into the pin, broken up. Yeah, we'll get through Mayhem because we've got the big Lucha Freeway for the YouTube Championship as well. Those big knees in the gut. Oh, God. I had a delivery the other day I wasn't overly keen on, food-wise. But for some reason I'm craving it again. I don't know why I'm craving it again, because it wasn't exactly... It wasn't amazing, but at the same time it wasn't bad either. I'm tempted. However, the place is not showing up on Uber Eats. Does that mean it's not open? Don't tell me it's not open. Don't tell me I fancy something it's not actually open. That'd be annoying. Oh, there it is, yeah. Burgerville. No, that's the problem. I can tell what I'm eating, but I can't, like, taste it, so... It's been weird this week, because I've not really... I can tell if it's sweet or spicy, or I can tell if it's, salty, but I'm not really getting... I've got some of my flavour back, but not all of it. I think that's what it is. I think it is just a complete, it's a placebo thing, isn't it? As soon as your brain thinks it's a certain way, that's it then. Just plays games with you, doesn't it? And my brain's the worst with that sort of stuff, I tell you. So I just had a YouTube update. Who's that? Ooh, okay. The Sidemen are doing a European holiday challenge today, then, are they? 40,000 by 400. Yeah, I don't think I lost it. When I had COVID the first time, I didn't really lose my taste at all. I just had a really sore throat, but this time round it's just a bit different. I think that's the reason why I didn't pass a COVID test. A lot of people are saying is because mainly because it's changed a lot, hasn't it? COVID has developed into different strains to what it used to be, so our tests don't currently work that much anymore. I mean, it could have just been a cold or a flu, I don't know. Maybe more like a flu than a cold, to be honest, because I really just struggled. Just getting up and moving was annoying. Big spinebuster once again. There's the pin. This could be enough. If the referee can get his finger out, he can't. The referee was terrible there. Big axe handle missed. This match really could go either way at this point in time. Oh, look at that. Slamming him head first into the mat, and now the pair of them going after Blanchard in the corner. Did you watch AEW at all then, Carpet, did you, or is it not? Are you off the AEW trade now? I say I know what happens more or less, I just haven't watched it properly yet. So a big opportunity. Both these teams are pretty low down the rankings, aren't they? So the rankings are still pretty damn close, in fairness. It's only really the current champions, the Election Connection, that are pulled away at the top on +4. Apart from that, Las Antiguas is currently on +1 after 3 matches. Thunder and Lightning is +1 after 3 matches. And the Aztec Twins, or the Mayan Twins of Hunapu and Expalanca, are on +1 as well. And then we've got Brett Anderson and Dean Blanchard on -1. Got Pink, Ram and Billy Bighorn on -1. Captain Mustafa and Kareem Khan on -1. And then Blade and Chaos on -2. It was on, I watch it on Triller TV, it used to be Fight TV. It was like 20, I think I paid £24 for Full Gear and the next pay-per-view. It does it in like pairs. So you could do like a special offer if you buy them in pairs. So I brought this one and the next pay-per-view, which is in the middle of December. Oh, there's supposed to be a thing on today, actually, on the AEW page. Let's have a quick look. They're doing a thing today to announce the brackets for the Cruiserweight Classic, not the Cruiserweight Classic. The what's that thing called? Continental Classic. That's the one. It's probably going to be a late show on it because it's done in American time, not our time. AEW. Yeah, it's not scheduled yet. Yeah, not quite sure what time that's going to be on there. Nice takedown there. That's got to be enough for the win, isn't it? It's a submission locked in outside. Still not enough. La la la. No, it doesn't say it. I'm sure it said there was going to be Continental Classic brackets released today, as they did last time. Continental Classic 2024. There's the pin. He's going to get it. The Consolation got the win. It was very poor speed by Underworld, who now dropped to -3 at the bottom of the tag team rankings, whereas Brett Anderson and Dean Blanchard pick up their first tag team victory. Blade and Chaos still without a victory in this universe mode. There we go. Boom. Okay, match history. It was them two by pinfall. Next up is El Gimpo versus Bam Bam Boombox. Now this is also going to be a feud between these two. What else is left? We've got Hunapu versus Dragon Verde versus El Carnero. And then we've got the main event is Christian New York versus Starboy. There's a Starboy in the main event. Let's not read that. Let's be surprised like everyone else. One-on-one, one-on-one. Is it triple threat am I doing? Yeah, triple threat. No. No. So I'm filling out the spreadsheet as we go along so I don't forget anything. YouTube Championship. And fill in yellow. Lovely. Why is that a different font? I don't know why it's a different font. Central. There we go. We're all good. What is that there for? Okay. Okay. Yeah, so if you don't know, I've created an extra page on the spreadsheet that allows us to keep track of all of the matches. So as time goes on, we can really start to build a full idea of all the matches that happened. So we can always scan back as well and see who faced who at any time. Yeah. What are you doing out there? Yeah, the Outrunners have become really cool, haven't they? Yeah, I started watching it last night. I need to watch it again because I couldn't make it through. Being in the UK, it's just so difficult. I've had about a tough few weeks at work, so I'm so tired, and I just couldn't stay up. What was it? It was 1 till 5, I think it is in the UK. 1 in the morning till 5 in the morning. So I really struggle with it, to be honest. Not really carpet. It was just very... Man United scored in the first sort of 80 seconds, and then they just sort of backed off. They just didn't do much, really. They were just very quiet. And it was just a bit boring, really. I think, obviously, it's a brand new system and a brand new formation. I think that might have been a bit difficult for them to really get the hang of. But, yeah, I mean, there was a few people. I mean, oh, don't crash on me. No, okay, we're good, okay. Yeah, there was a few people. We had Rashford scored the goal and went absent. Diego Dallo, it's not his fault necessarily because he's having to completely change the style of play. He's going from being that false back. Yeah, he's going from that false back position where you play right back then come into defensive mid, but now he's being told to stay out wide all game. So there's a lot of things that need to change, and it's going to take much more than a few, well, 1 or 2 training sessions to get there, I think. So there's a lot of people that are just aren't good enough. I think Joshua Xerxes has got a hell of a lot of work to do. He just wasn't getting in the box enough. And Diego Dallo was just not... He needs to stay out wide as long as he can. But I think once they get the full team out, it'll be a lot better, I think. I mean, we started with Casemiro and Christian Eriksen in the midfield, and we just had no energy because they're just both old players who just can't run as much anymore. When you start with Ugarte and Kobbie Mainoo, it might be a different story, I suppose. When you start with your 3 proper centre-backs as well. I mean, we started with Johnny Evans and Mazraoui at defence. And obviously, they're just not really the sort of players we're looking at. So, if we can get better players in those positions as well, we should be okay. If we can get Lisandro Martinez, De Ligt, and Lenny Yoro maybe, or... Even Martinez would have been better, I think. We'll see how we get on. So we've got a nice easy game on Thursday against a Norwegian team, I think. So hopefully that'll be an easy win. El Gimpo, just about back on his feet. Bam Bam was looking for a counter win. This is Bam Bam's first match, by the way, since losing the World Championship to Starboy at the pay-per-view. And El Gimpo is the one standing in his way. Can he continue? Or can he just get himself back in winning ways, I suppose? He'll want to get himself back in the championship picture at some point. And if El Gimpo won this... I mean, El Gimpo, of course, was part of that championship match as well. So, it was Starboy who actually pinned Bam Bam Boombox, the champion. This is why El Gimpo is unhappy and wanted this singles match, because El Gimpo had a World Championship match and was never pinned to lose that match. And he wants to prove that he's better than the current or the previous champion, shall I say. Went for the elbow, missed it. Snoop Dogg. So I'm looking at that food website again. Yeah, last time I had the Snoop Dogg, which was a smoky sausage with mixed peppers, onions, gherkins, with melted... Melted? What is it? Where does it say melted? Melted cheese and American mustard. It was a good hot dog, to be honest. I'll have one of those, please, with a Pepsi Max. I'll have some nachos to start, please. And some beans. And a Malteser's milkshake. Yeah, give me that, baby. Done and dusted. There we go. That'll do, mate. Order and pay. There we go. Dinner's on its way. Both guys back in the ring. It's actually really close, but bloody El Gimpo was supposed to be a comedy character in this whole thing, and he's ended up actually being really good. But he's about to feel the boom's edge. There it is, the big boom edge. That could be enough. It should be enough as well. No, it's not. It's only a 2. Wow. Really? Boombox still in control. Springs off, lovely drop kick. Back into the ring. One funny part in the Footballers World Cup, it was the there was a fire alarm at Stockley Park, so they had no VAR 15 minutes before half-time. The referee had to stop the game and tell the two captains there's no VAR anymore because there was a fire alarm. Yeah, say El Gimpo was supposed to be a comedy character, and he has now become somewhat of a main eventer all of a sudden. And there he is. Hitting Bam Bam with a pink eye. There's the pin. Only a 2 count again. Both these guys know how big a win in this feud would be. There's the moonsault. Not enough. And again, looking for the twerk salt. Boom. No. Knees are up. Big boot in the spine. Nice uppercut. He's good up top. Is he thinking shooting star? Nope. He's thinking double moonsault and he hits it as well. Yeah, there was no point really. There was nothing. I think Ipswich scored their goal when there was no VAR, but it wouldn't have made a difference. Double moonsault into the shooting star. Surely this is a Bam Bam free count. It is indeed. Boombox with a free count. Proven to El Gimpo. El Gimpo's been talking a big game this week, and El Gimpo now getting brutalized here after the match by Bam Bam. Wow. It's some aggression we've never seen from Bam Bam, really. Losing that championship has definitely turned him a bit more nasty, should we say. Giving him that killer instinct, which is what he needed, really. It was a hell of a win, though. Those two big... First of all, the double moonsault then into the shooting star press. It was incredible. Right, YouTube Championship time. Match history. Bam Bam Boombox. Defeat El Gimpo by pinfall. Bam Bam Boombox by pinfall. Right, El Carnero has been the YouTube champion since the previous pay-per-view. Was involved in a fatal four-way elimination match at the pay-per-view, which he was pinned by Dragon Verde, but the match was eventually won by Hunapu, which is why we have now this triple threat. Yeah, I watched the Southampton-Liverpool game as well. I mean, from what I saw VAR-wise, his foot was on the line when the contact was made, so I do think it was a penalty. The problem was, on Twitter, everyone's taken a different camera angle, which looks like it wasn't, but... I don't know, what they showed on the actual Sky Sports looked like it was a penalty to me, but I might be wrong. I've not looked enough at it. Let me have a quick look. Liverpool. I'm looking on Twitter. Liverpool were lucky today, to be honest, because... Yeah, Liverpool were lucky today because all three of those goals were handed to him, really. Yeah, the screenshot that the Liverpool fans are sharing is not great. When you see it from the other... When you saw the actual video... I'm sure... So I can find it. It looked to me like his foot was on the line, and what they're saying is it's the same as the ball. If you're on the line, it counts as in. I can't see a picture of the other angle. Luckily enough, eh? But Southampton was shocking. Southampton handed Liverpool all 3 goals on a silver platter. They were terrible. I mean, Southampton are definitely going down. No questions asked about that. Here's El Carnero. Actually, in my opinion, one of the coolest looking characters in this universe. I know he's not very popular because of how he is well, just how much he's won, I suppose. But this is a big opportunity now for the other two guys. It's the hardest title defense he's had so far. I mean, most of his title defenses so far have just been against the Golden Sheik, and he's won every single one of them, so... But now he's going to have to defend it against 3 people. And bearing in mind, he does not have to be pinned to lose the championship. Literally, the pinfall could include somebody else. Let's see how it goes. Will we have a brand new YouTube champion? Yeah. And if you saw the Liverpool penalty at the end, my God, the one that the ball just bounced in, the Southampton guy just like slapped it. It was terrible. And the second goal was a really just poor defending. Thing is, the commentators were saying, oh, when Liverpool need it, Mo Salah always steps up. He literally scored a tap-in and a penalty. It's not really... It wasn't that impressive a performance from Liverpool at all. They just got very lucky with how bad Southampton were. If Liverpool play... Well, again, I was going to say, if Liverpool play like this... let me start that again. If Liverpool play the same way against Man City they played today, they're going to very much struggle next week. But then again, Man City is so terrible, I think it's as bad for the pair of them. It's going to be a real battle of who loses next week, I think. Yeah, that was stupid, that was. I mean, he may have got... I'd slightly give him a little bit of leeway because it bounced off his chest first, then hit his arm. But I don't think that really makes a difference. I know normally, if it comes with a body part then hits your arm, they give you a little bit of leeway, but... It wasn't at high speed or anything, it was just stupid. And there is unfortunately no... There's no cure for being stupid, I'm afraid. There's the pin here by Dragon Verde. Remember, El Carnero does not need to be pinned to lose the championship. Oh, now he turns up. No problem, mate. I don't think we're going to go much further than this show anyway, to be honest, because I'm not feeling that great, and my dinner's due soon. So we've probably got this match and one other. I'm still getting over a COVID-y, coldy, flu-y thing, so... We'll do one just to get us back into it, and then next weekend we'll run it properly. Yeah. Well, I'm going to start a Baldur's Gate recording, I think. The problem is, I'm playing it at the moment, I'm playing it with someone who's already completed the game 2 or 3 times, so I'm just sort of getting led around, and I'm not really paying as much attention as I probably should be to the storyline, so I'm going to do it again myself and see how I get on left to my own devices, which might not be the best thing in the world, I don't quite know, to be honest, but... So once I've got some FIFA recordings backed up, we'll have a go at that, I think. I don't even know what to do. The problem is I don't know what's strong and what's not. I've had a quick Google and I can see what classes are strong. I went for a wizard because that's normally... I generally do a ranged magic dealer on those sort of games normally. And I was pretty crap for a while, but I've leveled up to level 5 or 6 now. I think, no, level 7 we're at now. And I finally started to get some good spells that are quite powerful. But early levels, I just wasn't very good. Compared to the likes of Karlak and the Green Lady, they're just so strong compared to how good I am. Yeah, that's what I've been reading is that Paladin's very good. And based on other games, Paladin has a lot of self-healing as well. But the thing is, I don't know if I want to go melee, to be honest, because it depends what your team setup is, because apparently I think Karlak is one of the best, and the green one, whatever. What's the green woman's name? Baldur's Gate. Oh, he's won it again. He's bloody retained the championship again. El Carnero is just insane, you know. This man is insane. He's retained the freaking championship again. Is there anybody who can step up and take this bloody belt away from him? That now makes him the highest ranked person in the universe. He's on a +9. He goes ahead of everybody. He's only ever lost one match, and that was a pinfall he took at the pay-per-view. Well, we wait to see what happens next week, and we wait and see who's going to step up as his next opponent. Hunapu drops down to a +2. Dragon Verde drops down to a -1. There we go. It's best roleplay in the story. Okay, that probably does suit it then. I have a mod where I can use all the members of the team at the same time. Oh my god. Isn't that a bit much? El Carnero, I think he defended it. Well, he won the pay-per-view at the first pay-per-view. He won the pay-per-view. He won the belt at Wrestle Fest. And then I think we had him defend it once a week. So he won it at WrestleFest and he defended it 4 times successfully. Then he lost at a fatal 4-way elimination match at the pay-per-view, Great American Bash, and then he's just defended it successfully in the Triple Threat. So he's had 5 successful championship defenses in a row. And yeah, I agree. I think he's forced his way into the main event picture, hasn't he, really? Right, main event time then. Christian New York versus the new world champion Starboy. Baldur's Gate Companions, that's what I'm looking for. Oh my god, there's loads. Okay, I haven't got all of these ones. Who am I thinking? Lae'zel, okay. So Lae'zel has got really good... The only ones we've used is we used Lae'zel and Karlach. And then obviously me and my mate are 2 other characters. I believe you're supposed to use Shadowheart, aren't you? Because she's a really good healer. I don't know anything about any of the others. I would like to get them all, though. Oh, here you go. Look, it tells you how good they are. So Karlach and Astarion are the 2 strongest ones, apparently. So what does Astarion... We lost one, by the way. Apparently it was crazy. You know when you begin the game and there's a hand coming through a portal? We failed the roll so many times that we actually lost it. It balances out the classes. I'm not very tactical when it comes to fighting, yeah. Halcyon is a good healer. Yeah, you get... Oh, we've got Halcyon, I think. You get him from... do you get him from... saving the refugees, didn't you? Okay, so apparently Astrian is very good as a rogue. Not really my playstyle, to be honest, but... Yeah, Karlach is pretty brutal. But yeah, I've not really delved into that many different characters, to be honest. Yeah, we lost him. Apparently it was crazy because... we rolled so many times we failed the roll. We did like 3 or 4 rolls and we failed every single one. It was just we were really bad at rolling and then he ended up dying in the portal. Yeah, this website, this is IGN. IGN is saying that the 2 strongest characters are Karlach and Astarion. And then you've got Shadowheart, Halcyon and Lae'zel are in the A class. Gale and Jaheira are in the B class, and Minsk, Will, and Minfara are in the C class. I mean, that's not all of them anyway, is it, though? But there's more than that in there. Yeah, I don't know what the best setup to go for is, to be honest. I was thinking Karlach, Lae'zel and Shadowheart, and then I'll go more for a ranged attacker, I suppose. Yes, good point, yeah. What's Gale? Gale is a wizard. I am a wizard, Harry. Yeah, I was thinking Lae'zel, Karlach, and Shadowheart as the three I would go with, to be honest, but... Yeah. I mean, the Paladin would be interesting. It's just not something I normally play as a Paladin, to be honest. I normally like to be a bit more distance and not take the damage up front, because I think that Karlach and Lae'zel are more of the they're more of the your tanky sort of characters out there at the front. So they take the hits and deal some good melee damage. I don't know. I think it sort of says there's like I read something the other day that it gave you like the best 4 to pick from, and basically you just take out whichever one clashes with your character essentially. Yeah, I feel like melee's difficult for me because I feel like my character should be a melee character actually, because if you're running around with your character, then you're going to be the one who generally is going to be at the front. So maybe. Yeah, maybe Paladin is going to be better then, to be honest. So you think about it, if you're running around with your character at the front, you're going to be the one who starts the majority of the fight, so probably it does make sense to do that. Yeah, my mate's currently playing a bard at the moment, and it brings up some funny stuff inside the, like inside different conversations and that. You can just like sing songs and stuff like that. It's just crazy. But he also deals a shit ton of damage as well with his thingamajig. His loom, whatever it's called. So Christian New York here trying to get a pinfall over the current World Heavyweight Champion. Remember, there will be a War Games match at Wrestle War next weekend. In-game, that is, next weekend. I don't think we'll get there next weekend ourselves, to be honest. Will be the Constellation Starboy, Drew Strawman, and the tag team up against Christian New York, Cerberus, Blade and Chaos. Yeah, I need to be basic. I'm not that smart myself, to be honest. I mean, I did XCOM. XCOM wasn't bad, but XCOM was just shooting. There wasn't a lot of different things to learn. Whereas, I feel like, especially with different, like 4 different things going on, all these different classes, it can get a bit tricky with Baldur's Gate. But I'll learn as I go along. If I'm running it by myself rather than being led, I think I'll probably get a bit more into it. So I definitely will do a recorded playthrough. Go for the big knee drop. I was going to go for the elbow there for a second. Big spear off the apron. Divine Smite. Yeah, I'm still getting used to the spells limit thing. It throws me off a bit. I don't think I've really learnt that properly yet. How you can only use a spell so many times before you have to do a rest. I think the thing that's annoying my mate the most is I'm an absolute hoard when it comes to looting. I loot everything. Even where we are in the game now, I'm still looting like rotten tomatoes and stuff like that. But then again, he's come to appreciate it because when it comes to vendors, we've got thousands of gold and we've got tons of food and drink to do camps. So he's come to appreciate the amount that I am looting, I think, at the same time. But yeah, I think if I did do a solo playthrough, you probably would switch between them because you've got different strengths and weaknesses, like you say. Yeah, maybe if you are going to go with Karlach and Lae'zel, then maybe I do need to do a more smart talker, high charisma sort of person who can get through some of the checks a bit easier. That'd make more sense, I suppose, wouldn't it? I was supposed to have last week off, but I ended up having to work it in the end. So, I mean, on the plus side, I'm going to have 35 days holiday next year now. Plus bank holidays. So I'm laughing next year. Big splash. Oh. The lights go off. And Christian New York's back up on his feet round the back. Yeah, I loot everything. I'm always over encumbered and stuff like that. But yeah, I loot everything. He got a bit annoyed me early on because I was just grabbing everything we possibly could. But I say it's coming beneficial. Now that we've got a ton of gold, we can, when we go to a vendor, we can afford to buy new weapons and armor. We can afford to buy healing potions and so forth. Alchemy is a bit of a messy one. We've not really... There's a few things the game doesn't really tell you too much about. I think alchemy is one of them. And the brain worms is one that I never really... My mate had to sort of teach me how the brain worms worked. I know you had the little cutscene where it talks about using the worms to your advantage, but when I actually came to use them, I didn't realise how it works. Should play through with the worst characters, oh my god. I'm not even sure I can do a playthrough with the best characters yet. Thing is, it's going to be a bloody long one, isn't it? I think it's about... My mate who's completed it reckons it's about 80 hours it took him on each playthrough. So it's going to definitely... It's definitely going to go the distance. But I think it'll be a fun one I can probably knock out in bulk and then just casually upload. Both guys back in the ring. Big dropkick into the spine. We've had well over 100 matches in this now, you know. I think. Well, just from month number 1, I've written all the matches down from month number 1. Without the pay-per-view, that is. So, with the pay-per-view, we had 57 matches in month number 1. Probably roughly the same in month number 2, and now we're on month number 3 as well, and we've had an extra show. So we're going to be close to like 150, 200 matches by the time we get to the end of it. The worms seem to be pretty good. The worms have given me some really cool powers, actually. I mean, the first few aren't that great, but when you get a bit deeper into it, you can get some really interesting powers. I think I've got one that now... I got one the other day that decreases the chance that they hit me, so it makes their accuracy roll worse. And if they miss me, it does 7 to 9 damage to them instead. So there are some useful ones if you delve into it, but I think some of the characters aren't happy with you using them. There's a win for Starboy, by the way, the world champion, showing why he is the world champion with a massive victory against one of the main men in this universe mode, Christian New York. Starboy with the win, moves him up to a +5, which is where he should be. Actually puts him equal now with Christian New York. Starboy looks like he's hurt himself here, though. Definitely struggling. And I don't think this will be the last. We know we're going to see the pair of them in a War Games match in just a couple of weeks' time as well anyway, so that'll be a big one. There we go. So there we go, that's the end of Mayhem. Absolute mayhem. Let's enter that. So, Nugent, you weren't around. Let's just go through what happened then, basically. So, we had the debut of Banshee. She won a fatal 4-way elimination match against Latabeja, Crimson Sun, and Diana Dazzler. General Shere Khan defeated Triple H. General Shere Khan got his first ever win. We had the first of a tag team victory for the Constellation as they defeated Blade and Chaos of Underworld. Bam Bam Boombox got a win against El Gimpo. And then beat him up after the match as well. El Carnero defended his YouTube Championship in a triple threat match, surprisingly enough. And then we had the win for Starboy over Christian New York as well. And there we go then. Yeah, I'm sure they said they were going to announce the Continental Classic things today. They said it was going to be a special episode today, but I can't see it at this point in time. I don't know where I saw it. I might be wrong, to be honest, but I thought I saw it somewhere. I mean, it's all just stuff about the Rizzler at this point in time, to be honest. He's a Riz man. Wah, wah. Yeah, he's a Riz man. I must be wrong, then. I'm sure I read somewhere. Continental Classic. Let's Google it. Well, that's just brought up everything. Okay. I'm sure I read yesterday they were gonna announce it today. They were gonna have a separate show on YouTube. Well, Daniel Garcia's put himself in. And Okada's in there as well. See, this list looks pretty cool, but I don't know if it's true. And I'm not a fan of Darby Allin being in it, but Kyle Fletcher, Ricochet, Will Ospreay, Darby Allin, Shelton Benjamin, Claudio Castagnoli. There you go, yeah, Continental Classic announcement to be made today. So I did read it somewhere. I think they mentioned it on the show last night, I just didn't see it. We'll find out. Yeah, I'm sure I read, yeah, it's going to be an extra, like, a separate little... Like they did last year, it was only a short little thing on YouTube. It was like a little 5-minute video, and it just basically went through who was going to be in it. Because I think they've said that they reckon that, what's his name's going to be in it as well, and Mike Bailey. That they've nicked from TNA, he's going to be in it, they reckon. I mean, Kenny Omega can't be far off returning now as well. Whether they might use him for it, I don't know. But he's announced for the December show for New Japan, isn't he? So maybe he'll be in it. Maybe Jay White and... yeah, maybe Jay White, maybe Hangman Page. I don't know, we'll have to find out. Hopefully it's a good one. There was a couple of people in it last year that I really wouldn't have put in there myself. I would not have put Mark Briscoe in it last year at all. We'll see how they get on. Okay. I'll tell you what, I'm probably going to leave it there for tonight anyway, because my throat's starting to go. So thank you very much for watching anyway. We'll come back next week. We'll hit a bit more next week. Let's see what matches the game thinks we should do next week before we go. Craven White Tiger is a feud. A weird tag team match, okay. That's a feud as well. Ophelia Payne versus the women's champion Paddy O'Dore. They've got that match, which is not probably going to be much use to us. We'll probably get rid of that one. And then Ben Hamrock versus Yamazaki Show we know is going to be for the IC Championship. Yeah, we'll do it again next week. I'm sure next week my throat will be sorted by then. Hopefully, it can't get much worse. It's just been a rough couple of weeks to get rid of it, but yeah. And if I'm not going out next week, we'll try and do a Saturday and a Sunday just to try and get through a bit more of this, because I'm enjoying it. It's just going rather slow. I don't know if there's a way of speeding... You know, like last year you could change like the momentum build and stuff like that. I don't know if you can change that on this. It doesn't show up, does it? Is it in the edit match thing? Let me have a quick look before I go. I don't know if I can, to be honest, can I? So if I do this one, for example, change participants. If I do match options, I say I can. Okay, so I can do it in match options. I can change the speed, so we can maybe start speeding these matches up. Maybe in the pay-per-views we'll have them slower, but in normal weekly shows we probably should speed them up because we don't need them to go too long, do we? That's a good time. My food's here as well, so I'm gonna love you and leave you. Good night. God bless. I'll be the same. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.